My name is Nozipho Nkelemba, and I'm an actor, director, casting director. And a book that changed my life, it's difficult to choose one, so I'm going to pass down a few. The first would be Still Grazing, which is the biography about Hugh Masekela's life. The second is Sculpting in Time, that's Andrei Tarkovsky. The third, and just him in general, would be Malcolm Gladwell, Who Moved My Cheese, A Tipping Point.
Ke bua le wena Grace. Now we meet. A o se hona le ntho sa mpoleleng yona. Ho etsahetseng Gauteng?
Ke maswabi hlemme. Ke ntse diphoso tse ngata. Phephi ke kopa o ntshwarele.
Hi, babes.
Hi, babes.
You know I hate the spoon in my coffee. I mean, it's such a black tendency.
I love it. It makes me feel like I'm in control.
It's these things of yours.
Yo, guys. Anyway, welcome to In Bed With.
Thanks, babes.
You know, it was never supposed to be me on the bed, but everyone was like, Shalima, it's with you, it's with you.
How would it, out of interest, how would it have worked if you weren't in
I
the
just
bed?
wanted people to talk, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, Nozipho Nkelemba. Tell us who you are. I mean, I know who you are. Tell everyone that's listening in, because you know, I know a lot of people know you from Redlands, CG.
Everything.
Bacho uza lebs ucho.
Uguti.
Charlotte.
Yeah, she's the most prominent of all the people that I've played, by virtue of her being on TV every day. So pleased out. How I got the job was that Kholi gave an ex-boyfriend of mine some scripts, and he said to my ex-boyfriend, yeah, just get her to come in. We need someone who's going to play a schoolgirl for a day or two.
Oh.
And then I arrived, and then I slayed.
Yes.
And then a day or two turned into 3 months.
Yes,
Then
queen.
3 months turned into a year. And then I had to beg them to write me out so I can go finish my degree.
So anyway, you know this show. It's about your morning routine.
Yes.
Because I consider you someone who is very successful in the things that they've done and the things that they are doing. And you know, maybe there's a girl out there or a boy out there who just wants to follow in the footsteps. And the things at school, Shem, they don't teach you about like the everyday of whatever career that you're into. And this show is basically about that. And I want to find out where Nozipho Nkelemba wasn't doing it, like, because you've got your child, you've got your marriage, you've also got your career. So what happens in the morning? It's embarrassing because
it's dreadful.
very, very, very embarrassing.
It's dreadful. My father cheated me, but I have coffee every morning, which is a good or a bad thing. I don't believe in granules. I only take beans. Granules make heartburn. Depending on how early I do wake up, I'll either put out my yoga mat and do a few exercises, some stretching, whatever. Or if Dunia wakes up, so my alarm clock is my son.
Okay.
Right, he'll come.
Yeah.
Girl, we here. Open the door, then we know, okay, fine. Oh no, I'm late. Or I might wake up before him, get him ready, take him to school, have him dropped off, and then pick up some stuff for the house.
Okay.
I live with 4 men, and I'm the only woman, and they eat everything. So after school, we've got to pick up some stuff and then wife a bit. Then I head out to go to whatever it is that I'm scheduled to do for the day. It could be an audition. It could be that I have auditions lined up and I've got auditionees that I need to see. But if I have set, the routine is then completely thrown off because I leave without seeing my child. I leave without seeing my husband. I leave them sleeping.
Yeah. What do you mean by when you're on set, like, and how does it change, and how do you what happens?
I've become completely non-existent to the routine.
Yeah. That's very true.
The routine is that
you have to be able
adjust.
to adapt to that.
Yes, you have to adjust. And when I say set, I don't necessarily mean to act. It could also be happening if I'm directing.
Which is probably worse.
Which is probably worse because then I'm there the whole time.
Yeah, and before, even off set, you're always working to prepare the next day.
Yes.
Oh my God.
At lunch, when people are sitting, having lunch, me, I'm busy drawing the whole diagram. Okay, we're going to put the camera here like this. Okay, then we're going to do it like this.
And you obviously didn't start out as a director. Have you always wanted to be a director?
I always knew that I wanted to direct. I like to be in charge. I like power. I like authority.
Yeah.
Too much of it, yes, is a bit intoxicating, but I enjoy the rush that I get from it. And obviously, you know, we're not shutting out the art making. That is also important.
Yeah.
But how I always knew where I would fit in was that I would be in charge of all the creative elements and how they came together. When I was in school, I used to do Ice Deadford when I was like 8.
All of us.
Right.
Ice Deadford was
Ice
amazing.
Deadford, you know, The Witches by Roald Dahl.
Yes.
3 seconds before you start reciting, then you recite.
Yes.
But,
And then there's that your drama teacher there.
yes. At this point,
Yeah. Yes. Did you do ensemble work as well?
Yes.
Yeah. Chorus work.
Yes. So I always knew I wanted to be that mama.
Oh.
I always knew I wanted to be that mama. Does it? So.
Okay.
And that was maybe the first sort of place I was exposed to anything like this, and I thought, oh, I could get used to this. This is really some cool shit.
Yeah.
Can I say shit?
Yeah.
You know, this is dope. Like I can really channel this person.
Yeah.
Mrs. West.
Yeah.
From Wilson Primary.
Mrs. West, if you are watching this.
Mrs. West.
Yeah, that
guys. Mrs. West. Mrs. West.
Now that we're on the subject of family, how you deal with the you know, you and Richard. Richard's also an actor.
Yeah.
How do you guys deal with that dynamic of being a celebrity couple? You know, I know you don't like calling yourself celebrities,
Yeah, you know that's not mine.
but you're obviously in the limelight whether you like it or not.
Growing up, before even Richard was an idea, it was something that was very difficult for me to deal with.
What part exactly?
Understanding the fact that I would be walking down the street and there's a guy who's gonna be like, you know, and then like, it would just make me uncomfortable.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Even though it's a good way to measure that my work, you know, is being received.
Yes.
It's still uncomfortable. I just want to be able to go to fucking Checkers in my slippers,
Yeah.
you know, and buy
Okay, Beyonce.
milk and then go.
You just want a normal life. Why did God give you this life?
And what?
Why did God give you this life? Why?
And then I learned that it's those people who make me who I am, and that without them, I'm no one. So it's very important to take time to listen to everybody who's got something to say
Yeah.
about you, about your work. Even if it isn't about my work, even if it's just about the way that I look, and I get that a lot, just based on how I look. People appreciate how I look, and whether or not I can act becomes secondary. It's just, you know, it's fine.
Drag me. Yeah.
But I mean, we deal with it well, you know, like, you know, be like, oh, can I have a selfie? You smile, you take the selfie. Yes, I'm a bit like, ish, what's gonna happen to this fool? My dad told me the story one time about how he was in a jail, in a prison, and he saw a newspaper clip of me, maybe like a shot like that, in some guy's cell, guys. Let's talk about what he's doing at night.
You're lying.
Let's talk about what
You're
he's doing
lying.
with that photo, Shalima.
Oh, nosy.
So it is, you know, coming to terms with the fact that you are public property.
Yeah.
You know.
Ke ne ke sa lebela ho bona.
Ke maotla di hopolang dilemo tse tsotlhe tse.
Go to na le tshebetso. Tabena ya hore ka kamoreng ka moo.
O hlokomele. Tatai, ha se sebapalo.
The notion is that, like, you know, the industry doesn't have people don't really take this type of medium seriously, the whole acting sphere, and they only hear from the fame part of it, that part where, you know, you get the worship from the fans, kind of. And how have you not, and that could get to you, right? And it's gone to some celebs, it's gone to your head, and it's either ruined them or made them. How have you not been a victim of it? Or have you been a victim, and how have you dealt with that, the whole idea of fame or the whole concept of fame?
I think that's probably why I then don't want to be labeled as a celebrity. And I've been doing this since I was like 10, Shalima. I promise you I'm not trying to get famous. Not at this point. That's not what it is that I'm trying to do. It's just part and parcel of the thing. It's the nature of the thing. What I want to do is to be able to come into people's houses and change the way that they think through something that we're communicating, or even just take their minds away from like the reality of life and like, you know, life is hard and all the things that it brings. Just to, you know, just to escape for like that 20 minutes a night, and that's fine. That's what I live to do. I live to pretend to be different people and depict those people honestly, or I live to make sure that being in charge of making sure that everybody who is saying something here is telling the truth and not lying, with the tools that we've been given, the time that we've been given. You know the constraints and you know how difficult it could be, but it's just part and parcel. This selfie thing, it's very annoying actually. Selfie. It's part and parcel of the thing.
It's part of the job. Yeah.
It's work.
You know, words of wisdom, advice that you'd like to give to a young South African, you know, or an African child that would love to one day see themselves in your shoes. What should they look out for? Just, you know, something to take away from this whole thing.
Try to get real life experience of what it is that you want to do, because there's a lot of stuff that they don't teach you in the schools.
That is why you are here, sister.
There is a lot of stuff that they don't teach you in the schools. You're armed with the theory and, you know, they send you into the world, but there's a lot of stuff that you don't know.
That you must know.
That you must know, but you can only know it when you're on the set.
So go to a set and learn.
Set. Even when they say no, keep pushing. They'll know you. They'll know you ain't God.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Please say hi to Richard.
Your friend.
Ex-friend.
Yeah, divorce.
Yeah, we're over. He's crazy, by the way.
Yeah, he doesn't want this. These things, next thing we hear, Instagram, what that is not those things.
Right now. No busting, right now. Where's that? Good, then we can all go. You! No, let's go. Where's Mbazo?
He's in the showers, what's up?
Okay, emergency meeting, let's go. Just follow me. All right, pretty boys, shower time is over. Come on, let's go. Everyone? I found Buto.